Hello, it's Lauren Hines from Craft Some Joy, and welcome to a Tidy Up Tip. Many of you who have been following my Tidy Up series might remember that I decided to organize all my ABCs in the Creative Memories Sort and Stash binders, and I have really loved this system. I was able to pull in all of my old ABCs, all the different sized letter sheets that I had from all those previous years, all the different types and collections of ABCs, and kind of have them in one place. What I soon started realizing was that I was not using my ABCs very much. ABCs definitely have their place in scrapbooking and can be really fun. So, what I decided that was happening was that it was kind of a multi-step process to get to my letters, especially the newer sheets that I know I can reorder and so on. So here's an example. I had them in the sleeve, and these are the fill and file sleeves from Creative Memories. So everything was working great. Like it was all organized and I could flip and find the colors that I needed. But to get to these, I would have to get my binder off the shelf, unzip my binder, open it to the page, find the page, grab the ABCs. Actually, I usually grab the whole stack. So I pull it out like this, pull these out like this, and then I would take this, close my binder, set this in my workspace, zip my binder at least partway, put it back on the shelf, and then reverse the entire process when I needed to put these away. But what I found myself doing was not going to the trouble of all of that. And then I would just start piling up my ABCs kind of in the side corner. And then when it was time to find the sheets that I needed, maybe some that were already used that I wanted to continue using first, I couldn't just get my hands on them quickly. So I thought about reorganizing my ABCs. And so what I wanted to show you is a system that I am trying now. And so far, I'm really loving it, primarily because it is easy to get to and to put away. So one of the things I will mention, the bin that I'm using, it is a large bin. I have a lot of ABCs. You could do the same thing on a smaller scale, but you do need kind of a long format plastic container. I found this one on Amazon. It was a 2-pack, and I absolutely love these containers for other craft room organization ideas. So I will definitely leave the Amazon link for these in the description of this video. And they are a really good price too. So I highly recommend these containers, and they do stack as well. So one of the first things I had to do in this process was actually get out all of my ABCs. You could definitely use other sized ABC sheets, anything that would fit in this type of a box, right? The only thing I did decide is that my older ABCs, I really don't like. I would know that I have a special use for those. So I decided actually to keep some of these ABCs in this type of storage system, but really focus on the newer ones that I can use and reorder. And so these larger sheets, definitely you could use them in this system, but as I mentioned, for my purposes, I just decided to keep them in the same storage. So I do have this. It is accessible. It's in my cubby right behind me. But I just wanted to try this new system to see if I would start reaching for my ABCs more often. Okay, so you can see I started collecting my ABCs, and yes, I do actually have quite a few in my stash. So one of the first things I thought is that I am a color girl, and I love looking for my products and the things that I'm going to use by color. So to me, that was kind of the obvious first step, is organizing my ABCs by color. So once I pulled everything out of my sort and stash binders, I put them all in front of me and I thought, okay, well, let's get started and start organizing. So I gathered, say, all my different types of black ABC stickers, and you can see I have different fonts but I do have them all in one pile. And then these now are going to go in my bin. So I can do my black ABCs and my white ABCs, my neutrals. I'm getting all my neutrals, so I have the same kind of thing, all my whites in here, my neutrals, so my browns, and then start on all the colors. And then the next thing I realized is that within all of these, like I need some kind of a divider system. So let's talk for a minute about how you can do that. Well, obviously, color is a fun choice to use. And right now, Creative Memories has this fun new little rainbow pod, which is meant for organizing cards or embellishments or different kind of things. And it comes with these awesome rainbow dividers. Now, when I saw these, I thought, oh, those are perfect because these are kind of the color categories that we as scrapbookers love to use and to sort by. So for me, I love this little box, but I don't think I'm going to need to use these dividers in this box. So I decided to repurpose these for my ABC stickers. Now, if you don't want to give this up, like if you've already ordered this and you love using your dividers in here, another choice would be to order the power layout guides from Creative Memories. And I actually did a price comparison, and these are a really great price point for organizing your supplies. Now, they are originally used in a 12 by 12 format, but I love cutting things down and repurposing them for different things. So you could easily cut these power layout guides in half and actually get 2 dividers per layout board to separate your ABCs. And then in this kit, if you have ordered it and you say, oh, I want to use the dividers in here, you also get 2 sets of stickers, and one has all the words on it, which you could easily cover up if you're not going to use this one, and just put colors. Like you could get a little label maker and put a color strip, you know, like this is purple, you know, blue, turquoise, green, whatever, or it has a blank one. So you could use these stickers on top of the whiteboards and actually get your color coded separators that way. And also the nice thing, if you decide to go this way, is that they are a full 12 inches long. So you wouldn't be dealing with this short thing like I have in here, but it doesn't matter. Once it gets full, it's okay. I'll show you. All right. So just a few tips on then how to organize by color and the things that you could use to do that. So now that I have kind of my dividers in here, I can start separating my different ABCs. So I think those were brown. I know brown are hard to tell apart from black. Okay, so these are my browns, and then it goes from brown into white. So let me get the separator there, and then I'm just going to take the white, put the white in there, and you can move these because they're short. You know, I can just move those wherever I want them to be. And then from white, I'm going to go into separating out the black. Okay, and here. So you kind of get the idea, right? And then you can do whatever other color order you want. I always, for some reason, I know it's Roy G. Biv, but I love going backwards. I love seeing purple in the front. Now that's just a personal choice. And I've always done it since I was a kid. So I always start with purple in the front and then just kind of go backwards into the warmer colors. I start with cool and go into warm. But do it however, you know, whatever makes your heart happy. So then we've got the purple. They're going to go behind the purple. And then there will be a few that are like, oh, these are sparkle and these are rainbow. Well, I'm just going to put those in front because I don't really have a tab for those. Now, these colors actually have 2 blues, which I love. There's like the vivid blue and then kind of more the green blue, the turquoise. And so some of my ABCs actually are more along the turquoise. And then I thought I could put the darker blues with the blue. But again, do that however it works for you. Okay, I'm going to take a minute and just kind of fill up all the rest of these slots with my ABCs. Okay, so it was actually kind of fun getting in and digging out all my different ABCs, and I actually forgot that about a lot of these that I had that have just been sitting in there for years, that have been retired and are no longer available, but I've never even used. So I'm really hopeful that this new system will help me get my hands on these ABCs faster and easier. So you can kind of see how I just moved these little dividers around because they are short. They don't fill the whole 12 inches, but it looks really great. Like I have a lot of room to kind of get in here and flip through and see all the different types of ABCs that I have. And what you'll notice next is that I also have started dividing these into categories because I have different colors and fonts and types of ABCs. I needed just a quick little way to divide these, just using things that I already had in my craft room that I love. And these are the 5x7 little white cards, and I buy these in just a big pack, and I'll leave the link for these as well. And I use these all the time for different types of organizing. One of the things is using them with my embellishment folders, which I love, and then I just slide this in so that I have a front and a back side to every pocket. So I use these all the time. I always have a stack in my craft room handy. So I went ahead and started with that and thought, oh, great, they are the perfect height. But now I just need like a little tab so that I can see the different sections. Another favorite I keep in my labeling kit, which is always handy, are Avery Ultra tabs. And my go-to are the long 2-inch Avery Ultra tabs. You guys have seen me use these over and over in my craft room, but I also love that they have different sizes. And so I thought, oh, these cute little ones, this is a perfect opportunity to use these little guys. So I decided to grab a stack of these and some of my 5x7 white index cards. And that was the way I started just categorizing my different sections of ABCs. Now, I'm not going to label them. You can, if you wanted to use a bigger one, you can. If you wanted to use your tab punch with a color so that you see the different variations of color, you could do that. You could go crazy with the sub-organization. But for me, I just kind of wanted to get them all in here. And easy to kind of just have a little tab and flip through so that I can see the different types of ABCs that I have. So that's what I'm in the process of doing now. And while I have been subcategorizing, I also am digging out all my ABCs. I also came across, of course, some of the things that I love using with my ABCs. And those are the title Topias. So I thought, well, this is a perfect place. Again, I had these tucked into a binder, and it was a multi-step process to get them out. So I decided again to try something new with these little guys, put them in another organizer. These organizers are from scrapbook.com, and I will leave the link for you for these as well. They're about 13 inches wide, which is perfect for all our 12-inch long things, and 7 inches high, and they do have a flap. So I got a couple packs of them, and like I said, it's been fun finding uses for them. I'll share a couple others with you in just a sec. But it was perfect for keeping my title Topias in, which are a little delicate. So I like kind of having a sturdier place for those. I even found my old title Topias. Remember these guys with the sticker backing sheet that goes with them? I found those when I was digging everything out. So those are tucked in here, as well as the new title Topias that are from Creative Memories. I do have all of these in my shop, as well as ABCs, which are currently on sale. If you're watching this close to the release, of this video. So definitely check out my shop at craftssomejoy.com, and it is the Scrap Some Joy shop. I always have weekly specials going on in there. Okay, so you can see how great that all tucks in there. And then I realized this also fits right in the bin. Love it. And I thought, well, what else can I put in the bin that are as a nice little way of holding kind of these pockets? And another new release that I thought I really don't have a good place to put are the new journaling strips, which are just white sticker strips that you can peel off and journal and add to your scrapbook pages. And I thought, oh, I wonder if they fit. They fit perfectly in these pockets. And I thought this would be also a really good place to keep these. So again, I'm just going to tuck that in, and so those can sit in the back. And another thing that I had a hard time finding a place for are my 6x12 peekaboo pockets. Those also fit nicely in these pockets. And as long as I know and look for the same, like I know where the system is, I know where to look for the thing, I feel like I can find it. So I had these 6x12 peekaboos in this pocket, but it kind of just floated around. And so now I thought, okay, great. I have a place for it. It is with my ABCs, doesn't quite fit, but I know it's there because that's where I've got my large pockets. So that is it. That's my new organizational tidy up tip. And I hope you give it a try. Let me know your comments. How are you getting to your ABCs? Because I hope this is a game changer for me personally. And this will be very accessible. And so I've got to find just the perfect place in my craft room for that. But do you have a place? Where do you store your ABCs? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your organizational tidy up tips. So until next time, I hope you take time to craft some joy. Bye for now.